Welcome back. Taking a full look at weather tonight. Weather Authority Chief Meteorologist Dan Cianca. I think you were right. You said just go outside and you'll see some sun in Salinas. And thankfully, I was able to enjoy some of that for dinner.
I'm glad you were able to soak a little bit in before the low clouds kind of re-manifested themselves across.
I needed it.
I guess they do that with the hands too. But
I just need dinner.
Yeah, well, yeah. you gotta give yourself a break. I think that's a state law, Victor. You know, don't work yourself too hard, feller. We don't need you.
Maybe I shouldn't have said that then.
Yeah, I got some ketchup packets over here and a couple,
I'll take it.
Couple granola bars. I don't know, whatever you need. Anything for you, Victor. Let's take a look at live look at what's going on out there right now. And we've got Domenico's on the wharf. You could saunter on down there, maybe get a clam chowder sample. Up and down, maybe some free smells at some of those candy shops. Oh man, there's that one candy shop that just always smells like, it's like a vanilla-y smell. I don't know, maybe like maybe it's like a popcorn. She says something like a taffy thing. I don't know what it is. I don't care. I love it. Put it in my face all the time. All right, so you can see some clouds that are out there tonight. We are in the midst of an area of low pressure, which has been moving through a loft. It's kept temperatures pretty cool for this time of year, but they're not terribly cold out there tonight. It's still 61 this hour in Salinas. It's 60 in Soledad. So, you know, just even if you're walking outside right now, it feels pretty mild. It's muggy. We're in the upper 50s elsewhere. In fact, Santa Cruz right now, 58. The high temperature across the city in Santa Cruz today was around 59 degrees. It is June, folks. We should be in the low 70s this time of year. Pretty chilly stuff. I mentioned some low clouds. Well, after partly cloudy skies this afternoon, the clouds have thickened up. These are all low clouds out there, and it's going to keep those temperatures up overnight tonight with the blanket of clouds sitting over the region. Now, as we zoom things out a little bit, you'll see that we can still see the swirl of low pressure and some showers across the San Joaquin Valley, just kind of hanging out maybe over Tulare Lake. It's made its reemergence from the bottom of the valley there in recent times. I don't mean to make light of that, but more rain is falling across the valley today. And some of that is going to actually pass back up to the northwest and maybe scrape through southern Monterey County overnight. There's a chance of lightning in those locations as well. But I don't expect anything too strong or severe. You might just see some flashes of light. In fact, Futurecast is showing some of this activity just kind of to our southeast overnight. Again, places like Parkfield, Bradley, maybe as far north as San Ardo. And then perhaps as far west as Lake San Antonio. Could see a shower overnight tonight. A little bit of lightning possible, and that's about it. The showers should start to fade as we head into the mid-morning hours. And then look at this around the bay. This is noon tomorrow. We are still seeing a southerly flow along the coast, which is going to keep the clouds in Santa Cruz for most of the day. But we should clear out in the peninsula and Salinas tomorrow afternoon. And we may even see some breaks of sun in Santa Cruz tomorrow. In fact, most areas I expect to be a little bit warmer than they were today across the coast at least. It should be a pretty decent day, but certainly not as warm as it should be for this time of year inland. But, you know, it should be hot inland this time of year, so that actually might feel good to you, not being all that warm. Here's my forecast temperatures. How about the low 60s in the Santa Cruz Mountain Valleys, as warm as 65 in Santa Cruz, so that will be an improvement. Still cool up on the heights, though, with 50s up at the summit and up in Bonnie Dune. On the east shore of the bay, mid-60s, as warm as 70 in Salinas, Gilroy, 71 in Hollister tomorrow, over to the Monterey area. Expecting highs in the mid-60s out to Seaside as well. A little bit cooler to Pebble Beach, mostly because that southerly flow, well, you'll be on the windward side of the peninsula, keeping you a little on the cooler side. And then down south, how about Carmel Valley, close to 70 tomorrow, and 70s in the Salinas Valley. So looking like a pretty nice day, not too hot inland, but if you like the heat, it might feel cool to you. Over the next 7 days on the coast, we're going to stay partly cloudy for the next couple of days. We might even be a little bit warmer Thursday and Friday. And then this weekend, the clouds will thicken a bit as a trough digs down the coast. And it will cut off another area of low pressure, kind of like the one we have right now, except this one isn't going to be borne off to our west and such that it won't really have that subtropical moisture tap, at least not as strong a one. So while we could see a little precipitation out of the weekend, it's not looking as likely as this one that just moved through. So inland areas, we have that chance of thunderstorms in the south tomorrow morning, and then the rest of the day you're going to be dry. Still windy in the valleys next couple of days. I do have isolated mountain showers in the forecast Friday through Sunday as that trough approaches, because we do have some moisture streaming through. But again, isolated is the key word there. It's really not going to affect most people. So where inland cities like the Salinas Valley, Hollister, Gilroy, etc., there's a very, very small chance of you getting rain on those days. But there is like a 1 to 10% chance. So just have to keep it in there for you.
It's there.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dan.